Okay. Check, baby, check, baby, check, 1, 2. Welcome, good, fine people, including you, Fire Chicken. Pedro and I will be with you in just a moment. Good day, fine peoples out there, as Chuck Jansen would say. Fire Chicken would say, good day, fine peoples. Anyway, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to DYOR Live here on the DYOR Media Network. My name is Tom, otherwise known as Striking, here in the digital media universe. The man in the box next to me, Mr. Pedro Garcia, the crypto chart analyst. It is, I got to check once again, November 26, 2025. I have returned to the United States after a long time abroad, with abroad. I am back here in the States to have American Thanksgiving here and meet up with the Striking Jr. and Striking It here shortly. It's been the holiday turkey eating day with them. Looking forward to it as well. Also looking forward to this number above Mr. Garcia's head. Bitcoin doing 88,000, going up. Hopefully will continue to go up the balance of this week, because that's what I gosh darn blam it predicted. So it has to do it. Anyway, it's an odd week this week because it's the American Thanksgiving holiday. We realize you Canuckistanis and Brits are going to have to suffer with going to work and getting stuff done, while the rest of us just kind of lays away these few days here. Having a holiday on the middle of the week is rare for Americans, but it's quite common for Europeans. They have and especially Germans, they have Tuesday, Thursday, and Wednesday holidays all the time. And what happens when you have a midweek holiday, Pedro? You get nothing done.
Yeah. Nothing. Yeah.
Nothing happens. People take more days off. In Europe they do it, and they have one of their 83 weeks of vacation a year. They just take more time off. In the U.S., we move it to Monday, so you have a long weekend. This is the rare holiday on a Thursday. And I don't know if you can hear it, but the wind is blowing. My building is made of brick here, and I think it's going to fall down. That's how hard the wind is blowing. Anyway, Mr. Garcia, what's happening there? What's happening with you, brother?
Not much, man. Not much. I am dealing with drama in my life. Oh, yeah.
Booyah, boo no.
It's all good. It's all good. But ultimately, what are you gonna do, right? A little bit of blood here, a little bit of
well then,
issues here and there. It's just a common 40-year-old issue.
Pedro's having that tough time that we call aging. Chuck, I think he's roughly your age. He's a doctor though, and seems to not have his body falling apart yet. I don't know how old DeFi dude is. I'll guess 42, 43.
Yeah, I would say
that's something like that. I think I've seen one picture of him on LinkedIn.
He's a strapping young man.
I think that was more Scottish than Irish, I think.
Yeah. Yes.
More Sean Connery than.
I am the last one. Yeah, right.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin. We've been talking about it, well, incessantly. I've been trying to predict the month what's going on here, and we really need Bitcoin to pump this week, meaning today, tomorrow, and Friday and Saturday for me to be right. We'll see. Pedro, what's going on with Bitcoin?
We are actually watching some really cool stuff actually happen with BTC. So one being that the rest of the universe is falling apart, yet it's not. So that's one thing that's interesting. And then the other thing is all the bounce off the 80,000 as we're looking at it here right now. And so what's interesting here is we came down with a ton of buyers, right? And like one of the things I talked about is as we push up, we want to see it come and test that 8-period moving average. And so you can see here, as we're doing that, we are putting in decent demand wicks, right? So there's definitely buyers definitely stepping in. You can see here, coming down on that hour chart. Look right here as we consolidate. But even if we come back down, I'm pretty positive we should see it stop around that 80 to 76, 74,000. Honestly, I think this is going to be the line in the stand here, just because we're watching a lot of the hourly candles, a lot of demand wicks, and we're not watching a lot of supply wicks, meaning they're done pretty much what they're selling off on this level. So we'll probably see it come back down, pull some liquidity again from everybody who's long, which always sucks. You're like, dang it, dude. When you catch the low and then they come back and tap you out. But we've got a couple areas that we want to be paying attention to here. One being that 85 area, which is going to look like a nice area. Give me 1 second. Area. So there's that area right here. It's going to be that 85. The other one here is potentially it coming back down to that lower level, which is at that 80. So again, that would be them just dropping it. And the key, what we want to be paying attention to is as it's selling off, if it does come back down, which I'm pretty expected to. I would expect it to see no really big supply wicks and more demand wicks, right? So we want to see candles that look like this, right? With no real supply wick up here as we're moving. And it comes down, right? Boom, something like this. What you see right here, right? That's what we're looking for. And you can see here, you had some supply wicks, still blew through it. Had some supply wicks here. So it's pretty much got a wake, or it's got a slip and slide all the way up. A little air balloon. All they need is some good news, and boom, it just goes up. So that's in a nutshell.
The other day, or I shouldn't say the other day, I should say last night, I took a stab at trying to figure it out also. I brought my chart up here. We're trading above the weekly open, and I thought at some point, What's that?
You see, you took a stab at it. At least, did you? Get
Boo, boo. Yes, there's dead people all over me here. Anyway, I looked at this sell-off here, and then how far I got down to about 80,000. I said, all right, what happens if I draw the Fibonacci here? Oops, I drew the go long. And the golden pocket there is right about in that 85 level that you're talking about, the 0.6 or so. And so I said, last night I was talking about this, I said, even though I want it to go up this week to validate my concept, I said, looking at it, it still needs to come down a little bit here. So I thought it might come down into this, into the same area, kind of do a little bit of this here, hit this, I called it the golden pocket. It's really about 85, 200 or so, and then hopefully go up for the rest of the week. It could come down further to the 786 and go up like that, or I can just go right straight down to hell and be done with it and say, Tom, you're a chump. I can do either ones, but I was hoping for the up at the end of the week. But like I said, I think the still has a little downside in it. Before making a run up, hopefully later today or tomorrow, something like that. Hopefully, as they say.
Yeah. Well, I think it will. I think it will most likely come down first. I think you're very right in that assessment. I mean, one just being, if you look at Sunday, there's no Sunday wick, which is basically an indication that the institutions want to bring it down. But again, we're also, I mean, they're right now. They're closing up anything that they have in the trading queue. They're getting out of positions. They probably put light positions in because it's going to be a short week. So, like, I could just see them selling off either later today, as the market gets ready to close for the week. So that's why it's interesting. Oh, snaps. There it is. Okay, I was wondering, did I just ruin that?
Oh, it snaps.
Oh, snaps. Boom, here we go. Where are you at? Boom. So there's Sunday. Yeah, we're just basically consolidating. If you look at the CME market here, I just want to make sure I have that correct. Here we go. PTC, CME.
Well, Pedro's bringing that up. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, do us a favor and share this amongst your trading groups, your friends, wherever it is you go. Send it to your mom. Just going to type it out here. Welcome, everyone. Please share, like, comment, follow, repost, chat, subscribe. Subscribe. So let's spell that correctly. And, of course, just do it. Pedro and I rely on the word of mouth here to get the good stuff, get the knowledge out about our show. And so all we can do is ask you to do the same. Open your mouth, use your fingers, type, say, yo bros, what's happening? We got some OGs here that need some sizzle and just, nope, didn't say that.
That's what you did. You did, unfortunately.
I don't know what you're talking about, Pedro. Got to get the entertainment value up here, Pedro. Got to see if anyone's even paying attention.
It's funny. You ever done like a little bit of Facebook stalking, like in your past?
Facebook stalking? Of course. I checked out everyone I've ever slept with in my life.
There you go.
Who hasn't? Oh man, dude! She let her shit go.
Dude. Oh, that's funny. Well,
it's bad, Pedro. I'm sorry to interrupt your thread there, but when you get to my age, and you look back at the people you went to high school with and you had hots for, and you're like, oh man, she let her shit go. Oh, good lord.
Actually, a lot of the girls. There's one girl that what's her name? Tiffany McQuarrie. I think that's.
That don't use names.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Ugh. She was like the most hottest girl ever, and I remember I had the biggest crush on her. 8th grade, like 8th grade, I was just like. Even I remember we both graduated. She was 1 year ahead of me, and then I saw her at like some Mexican restaurant, because where I'm from, it's like Dunkin' Donuts or pizza places over on the East Coast, if you understand that. You know, same way where I live, just taquerias everywhere. So she's sitting there, she's with her grandma. It's gorgeous, and I just remember just being like, "Good Lord!" And she was absolutely stunning even then. So I just don't see her. She's probably still incredibly smoking hot. Like there's another girl also I grew up with in like grade school, because I hopped on, I was foster care, hopped around from home to home, and I always reach out to like friends of mine. And there's a girl that she was gorgeous too, absolutely gorgeous. So I always, whenever I talk to friends of mine back home, I'm like, remember so and so? They're like, yeah. I was like, she's still hot. She's like, yeah, bro, like stupid. Like it's stupid how hot she is. You're just like, yeah, you saw that one. Definitely not. It was like one of those moments. It's like you look at it and you're just saying, if you could go back, you would do different things, right? Instead of being like a jerk or immature, right? You would be like, hi, I think you're really nice, and I would like to be.
I was never a jerk.
I wasn't a jerk, but I was like you and me. I'm very forward. I'm very direct, right? And I'm very just that's it. I'm very direct, If I screw up, I screwed up. Sorry, bro. My bad. If you're screwing up, I'm like, you're screwing up, dude. Stop that shit. Like, if you're annoying me, I'll be like, I love you. I think you're awesome, but you're annoying me here. Are you purposely trying to be a douche or no? Right? And so I kind of was the same way. Still haven't really changed much of that, but I'm nice. I'm kind dude. Actually, I wouldn't even say I'm nice.
At least you admit it.
I'm kind. I think that's a better way. I wouldn't call myself nice. I would say I'm a kind man. You know what I'm saying? And I can be nice, but you're being dumb. I'm just gonna be like, stop being dumb. Stop being.
But the Facebook stalking is tough. I use predominantly started Facebook just because I started a company in 2008 that I used to network and amongst security professionals and stuff. And then all of a sudden I was like, I'm back in high school here. Because all of a sudden it says connect with. I'm like, oh my God, I haven't seen that person's name in 20 years, or it's longer than that then. And so I started connecting with blah, 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 blah. And someone planned a reunion, and I was like, okay, this is good. And so I went back to the high school reunion, and I was like, I look young for my age anyway. And in high school, when everybody else was 17 and had beards and, all this type of stuff, I looked like I was 12. I got carded until I was, into my 30s. They're like, what? You're 21? No way. But anyway, so I go back to the reunion, and people just look like hell. They're 20 years out of school, and a lot of people have had, they look like hell because they've have health issues, whatever. That's not the point. I'm just saying it was a rough looking crowd, and I hadn't hung out with these people since I graduated. So I was like, they were all in my mind still 18-year-olds. And so I took a bunch of pictures and I put them up on the web. They're like, yeah, let's create a little photo thing and use Imager or whatever those photo websites are. But I couldn't take it. I couldn't take the picture, so I had to Photoshop all the pictures. So I Photoshopped about 20 pounds off every girl and about probably 10 years off every guy with their hairlines and paunched stomach. And everyone's like, wow, these pictures are great. What a great time. Jill, you look great. Fred, everybody is great. Blah, 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 blah. And finally, about 4 months later, someone caught on. They're like, wait a minute. This girl, she's always quite astute. She said, my husband did not lose all that weight in an hour. Because he had a big beer belly, and I just shaved it straight down, so he went right from chest to belt, and he looked great. She goes, "Wait a minute," and I had to admit, I said, "Yeah, I photoshopped him," and she's like, "Not just him," and I'm like, online, like, shh, don't ruin it, don't ruin it. So they made me. They said. Everyone joked about it. I get girls bigger boobs, at least some cleavage, something, slimmed them down. These are all 40-year-old women, and so I put the unedited pictures up next to it, and they all made me take down the unedited one. They're like, I don't want to see that. Tom, you're my hero. You can make a fortune.
Funny, dude? This was hilarious. I always thought this was funny. They went through in porn, and they had like all these strapping young guys, and with these really beautiful women, right? And so so I guess like in the 80s or something like that in porn, there became this movement of, you know what, they need natural guys that and so you had these like, porn guys that came out that just look natural dudes, right? Just like natural guts and stuff like that. And porn dropped. People stopped watching porn as much. And so they brought back like the buff, muscular dudes in the late 80s, and all of a sudden picked right back up. So people want it's just
Amber Lynn and Ginger Lynn, 1980s. I went to college in the 80s, Pedro, so that's what the era before the internet. And I lived with 100 guys. So as you might suspect, there might have been a few VHS tapes floating around.
Popping around.
Oh, you guys, we've gone totally sideways here this Wednesday before Thanksgiving here, but it's fun. It's fun. We've got a bunch of people watching us now. It was up. I just saw it click 16 a minute ago. A bunch of you must have left. Thanks a lot for everyone watching us. Hey, we're Tom and Pedro here. We actually do a crypto show. We're not just gossiping about the old days. Before you tuned in, we were talking about Bitcoin and all kinds of stuff. That coiner Bitcoin thing. To the Ottawa Bitcoin Club that I started going to their meetings every Wednesday at first Wednesday of every month at Big Rig Brewery in Ottawa. I'm in Chicago, so I can't make the meeting tonight. So Corey, thanks for inviting me, but I won't be able to make it because I'm in the wrong country. Actually, I'm in the right country.
She is in the great United States of America. Individual but united.
Actually, but what happened is apparently I brought the Canadian weather down. Yesterday when I showed up here, Pedro, it was like 60 degrees for you Canuckastanis. That's like 12 Celsius. It was gorgeous. It was a little like hint at a May rain or something, like something's up. Got up this morning, said I'm going to go to Dunkin' Donuts and get real coffee. None of that Tim Hortons crap. And I walk outside, and it's so cold, and the wind is biting. The wind is coming down the lake from Sault Ste. Marie all the way down Lake Michigan, making a right turn down here at the street here, where my street meets the lake, and coming right down to my front door and knocking on it. Hello, Mr. Tom. The wind is here. Froze me to death. And I'm like, oh, crap. Couldn't I leave that weather in Canada? Nope. Brought it here with me. It's winter. And I'm still complaining. I'm going on now 10 minutes of complaining.
That's all right. So it's funny. We were talking about the Facebook stalking, how you stalked all your people. So I was stalking somebody on Facebook because I just kind of I was fancying them. Thought they were pretty nifty, pretty neat, pretty grooving. And so I was like, I have to meet this person. Or not meet this person. They basically... Anyways, so I go through. I'm checking them out. And then I realize, oh, shoot, they're married. So, like, I'm like, okay, this, I don't even know.
Not going to work.
Yeah, I'm just not going to, so I go to swoop out of the thing. And I accidentally, for whatever reason, and I say this without, like with just disdain, I push up, it hits the like button. And I'm like, wait, what just happened?
Hit that shit again and unlike it.
Well, so I did that, but I was in freak out mode because I'm like, crap, they're going to see that, right? And now I look like a weirdo. And so I freaking unhook it, right? I was like, it wasn't unhooking. I said, bloop, and it wouldn't. And I was like, bloop, and it wasn't. And I was like, what is going on? So I literally thought to myself, oh, you know what? If I block this person, then you know what will happen? I should be able to, that person won't be able to get the notification, right?
You're just digging yourself a deeper hole here.
So, like, bro, I literally blocked the person. And then from there, like, I'm talking to basically my kid, right? And so I said, hey, I don't really know social media that well. Can you like somebody and then block them and then make sure? And he goes, well, it depends if they looked at it or not. And I said, oh, really? And he goes, yeah. And so, like, I'm a grown man. I'm like, we're all adults, bro. Like, let's go. Like, I need to grow up, right? And so I'm acting, it's amazing how you act like a little kid whenever you like somebody. It's like you're like a 12-year-old kid again. It's like and never ever, like, the older you get, it's always that way. It sucks, right? You would think like, oh no, I'm mature as a man, and
nope,
I've got this Escalade,
right back to high school.
No, not even. It's like grade school, bro. It's like, dude, sweating, bro. You're like, oh my goodness, right? Every time they look,
Mr. Herlihy, you want to come up to the chalkboard and work that problem out? Nope, I'm gonna sit right here and just keep this thing in my pants. I can't be seen in public with this. No, ain't gonna happen.
Too much. Anyways, so like I sit there, and so my kid, I look at him. He's like, who is that? I said, I don't. Let's just talk with me. And he goes, I want to see who it is. So I was like, all right. So I pull it up. I pull the thing up, and I was like, wait, it shows that I'm following this person. And I go, wait, what? And then I go to the video, or I go to the thing, and bro, it's still liked. And it's like a full-on like 24-hour period. So at that moment now, I know I don't know everybody, but person and all the people in her network are now seeing this person who liked this old video maybe like 4 years ago, 3 years ago.
Nah, no one sees those things.
I hope not, man. But I was wrong. I thought the same thing like you thought. I very much thought the same thing you thought. But then guess what? I was wrong, because girls talk, and that's it. So like, I'm just, and you're at that. And so like today, I was thinking about that, going like, I'm just gonna be a kid. I'm just straight up just gonna be a douche. Like not a douche.
That's when you just admit it and move on. Say, yep. Still want to bend over the couch. So, how's that Bitcoin doing over there, Pedro? Those aren't two pillows.
Speaking of Bitcoin, Bitcoin over the last 5 minutes, we've actually seen a big old jump, which is
just as I predicted. I love it. Anyway, welcome to the show. Crypto Mike says, I love winter, or you love winter. No. I am not from Manitoba like you.
He loves it. He loves sitting down with Miss Striking, watching Hallmark movies of
that's right,
next door neighbors who are princes, and and as you have, what is it? You have a struggling store owner who meets their next door neighbor who happens to be a Dutch king,
right?
But down here living on holiday, just trying to get away from
every Hallmark movie ever. I'm an independent woman, and I'm just gonna go back to town to help my mom out as she passes on to the next life. Oh, look, the gardener's here. Oh, I really like him. He's hot. Oh, but I can't be with a gardener. I have to be with something truly hugely successful and has stature in life. Oh, wait, why is a helicopter picking him up? It says the Royal Seal of the Netherlands. He's secretly a Dutch prince coming here doing his horticulture PhD. Oh, every Hallmark movie.
Everyone.
But the fact, Pedro, that you and I are talking about it means that marketing strategy fucking works. Pardon my French.
Don't watch it. know exactly the
He's gonna fuck her. He's gonna fuck her. Sorry, that's my inner Eddie Murphy coming out.
Not to be, you probably, how many chicks actually you think watch our show? Maybe one. I'm trying to think.
Shireen Spurgis, if you're out there, let us know.
Yeah, Miss Spurgis. The only one I can think of is Miss Spurgis. And maybe Chuck's wife. Maybe.
Now,
yeah,
you guys are getting the full entertainment today.
Full entertainment. The full Monte right here, baby. But yeah, we're watching with some big movements here in BTC.
Yeah, Bitcoin's starting to move. Wow, that was a big pump.
That's what she said.
I walked into that one again, ladies and gentlemen.
Again.
Every darn day, damn blammed day.
It's okay. Whenever me and you are blathering on, I always say, you know what? Sooner or later, he's going to say something, and I'm going to be able to catch it and springboard off of it. That's what she said.
Nothing? No comments from the rabble out there? Nothing?
What's going on with the peanut gallery? Y'all afraid to talk? Did we make you all shy now? I know half our people are military people. Gotta be. Oh, there we go. Chuckity Chuck, what's up?
Oh, you know what? This is why, Pedro, we've got big news to talk about. First,
okay.
Fire Chicken. Thank you very much. As always, we're hitting the clap. Hey, rump. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Fire Chicken going on 1 year of being a token here. Actually, it's just past a year and a day.
Yes,
Thank you very much. Fire Chicken has survived and flourished, too. They haven't had all of their money stolen. They haven't had their developer run off to Ibiza for hookers and booze. He's stuck in there in the trenches while he mines fiat during the day, and he takes care of Fire Chicken at night. Just getting ready for the future, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, thank you, Chuck. We really appreciate your generosity these past few days. It's telling the algorithm a lot of good stuff's going on here because certainly our content isn't. But anyway, and this is for you, Chuck. There is a new feature. A new feature. If you look at your screen here, there is now a tip jar. Where is it? Where's the tip jar? Oh, come on. It's not. Why would it not be up there? Oh, good Lord. It should be right next to the notification bell. Oh,
Can you hear me?
I can.
All right. Well, just put your screen on. I'm going to bring up Fire Chicken. Go ahead. What were you saying? 1 year.
No.
Did the voice my stream drop?
No, we're. Oh, it's the fiat leak. That's the fiat leak thunder going. It's at a 24-hour high, so it's. So.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. So anyway, let me pull my screen up here. Rumble has a wallet. Rumble has a wallet, and it should be showing it on the screen next to the notification bell. I don't know how many of you are watching on. I don't know how it would look on the desktop, but Rumble Wallet, I enabled it for our show, and you can tip us in crypto now.
Ooh.
Yeah, USDT. So cool. They only Bitcoin and a couple other things. They're starting off slow with it. Obviously, we can put a wallet, any wallet, in the comment section and say find our wallet and send us all your cash. But now there's an official one that goes through our whole Rumble system, and obviously the more we get tipped, the better our status and that type of stuff. But I've enabled it, and I can see it here on my feed. It's right next to the DYOR Media Network on the desktop. It says tip. Let me just take a picture of it, and I'll. put it up on the screen here. Where is my picture? All right, so let me get it up here. Add image. See, I thought if one of you guys could let me know if you're watching on your desktop or your phone, if there's a little tip icon there over by our name, would appreciate it. Let's see, screenshots. There we go. This, one of you guys out there, can you scan that QR code and tell me what happens where it takes you? I know where it takes me on my phone because I've already done it. But tell me if it takes you to, if it wants to open a crypto wallet or if it goes to download the Rumble wallet. You don't need the Rumble wallet. You can just want to find out how this works. Anyway, so we're part of the Rumble Wallet trial program, and I don't think that you need to have your own Rumble wallet. I think you can send from any wallet. Send us something. So if some of you fine gents could test that out for us, I'd really appreciate it. Did your whole feed just die again, Pedro?
It did. And I don't understand what is going on. I have all of a sudden like 50. Okay. A bunch of stuff just popped up, and I'm trying to understand why it's popping up. And
anyway, what I don't know is if we get a Rumble tip via Rumble, does it show up as a donation in the great comment machine? Got to figure that out. Great comment machine. Anyway, Crypto Mike, somebody out there, click that thing and tell us what it does. It's supposed to does give you an option to tip with another crypto wallet. I'm going to click that, see what that happens. Oh, look at that. Select a coin and a network to send funds. You can send USDT, you can send Tether Gold or Bitcoin on Ethereum, Arbitron, or Polygon networks. That's what they're starting with. All right, well, they need Solana on there pretty quickly. That's interesting. Huh. Interesting. All right, well, we'll work on that. Anyway, the theme of the show, we didn't do Technical Tuesday yesterday. I'm not going to talk about that right now, but I wanted to showcase my great AI wizardry in making thumbnails for the show. The market update, gold, U.S. bonds. We'll talk about that briefly, but I'm punting everything here until Pedro gets his connection back. But also check out Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen. Check it out. And why am I so happy about it? I'm not long. But I did draw this big green arrow at the beginning of November saying that essentially this week, that was going to happen. And so Pedro and I, if you joined us late on the show, Pedro and I were actually talking about it going down to like 85 first before doing that candle. And either we're wrong or it's still in for a little move down before it goes back up. But this is very good news. You're looking on my channel. I'm looking at on my screen here, the 4-hour chart here. Everything looks good. RSI looks good. Stochastics look good. The trend is going the right direction on the 4-hour chart. All good news here for an end of the week pump. Pedro's connection's still dead. And you know what I'm going to do, Pedro? I'm going to take this opportunity
All right.
And Pedro hath returned. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take this opportunity to make that big fat money that we do here.
Mm-hmm. Big old.
Should have done that while Pedro is out here.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I know. You can't keep going. Can't keep going with that. You know what? Here's a new one. I'm going to do this one. It's not the highest paying one, but it's a new one, and it looks to be interesting. Oh, wait. Foiled. It didn't work. Let's try that again.
Darn rascally.
All right, here we go. Let's turn Pedro off there. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been paying attention to the direction this country is headed, you already know our financial system is being intentionally sabotaged. Inflation is not a mistake. It's draining your savings while the political elites consolidate power. Every time Washington prints another mountain of cash, your dollar becomes weaker and your future becomes more vulnerable. This is exactly you need to go. They left out a word there. This is exactly why you need to go to mygoldguy.com/rumble and get in touch with My Gold Guy. He isn't like the big name gold companies that bait people with free gold or silver coins while quietly inflating their prices. That is deception disguised as generosity. My Gold Guy refuses to play that game. He's a no-frills, America-first precious metal dealer whose mission is simple. Give you the best possible price so you can protect your wealth without the gimmicks and without the smoke and mirrors. Go to mygoldguy.com/rumble, fill out the form, and request your complimentary consultation. He'll give you real information about the economy, the instability ahead, and how physical gold and silver can anchor your future when everything else starts shaking. And when you sign up, you get this free gold and silver guide, which every American who cares about financial security needs to read right now. Do not wait. Do not assume things will just work themselves out. Nope. Protect what is yours. Visit mygoldguy.com/rumble. Today, get your consultation and get the guide. This is the time to act. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a QR code over there. Click that with your phone. Put your eyeballs on our sponsors. Let them know that you're interested in what our advertisers have to say. It helps Pedro and I out a lot. Also, if you've got your phone there's a link in the chat. And if you're watching on the replay, thank you very much. There's a description in the chat. Go to mygoldguy.com/rumble. And thanks to My Gold Guy for sponsoring this segment of DYOR Live. All right. And there we go. But I got to tell you, these guys, I imagine in the old days, Pedro, like before internet advertising or before AI and automated stuff, a complete word being left out of a sentence in the commercial. And you're just watching the Super Bowl and they're like, we really want you to go Budweiser. And you're like, you left out, so you left out the verb, you left out that. Jaron, what, you left something out there. And I'm just reading that along, and I'm like, every once in a while you stumble when you read these things, as you know. But I was like, I didn't miss a word there, and my eyes went, and I'm like, nope, they missed a word. And that happens quite frequently on these things. I'm guessing AI makes them or refines it for them. And
it's really interesting. I mean, it's also at a point where I'm clicking on their link. And literally nothing's popping up. It's 404 return. So it makes sense. It does make sense. So just putting it out there. Let it simmer. Let it simmer real good. Simmer.
Bitcoin still pumping, ladies and gentlemen.
For all of our guy friends out there, I want to say, and viewers of our show, I'm about to say something that's going to be cringe. Really cringe. Moist. So what I was saying though was...
Man, you got Justin Trudeau written all over you. He ripped off one day, he's talking, and you can see him searching for the English word in his head, and he used Moisty.
This is even doubly bad, dude.
Dude, moisty.
It was funny. I was listening. I was watching this podcast, and they were literally, or it was a vlog thing, and the girl was on it. She's like, there's certain things you just don't want to say online, and one of them is it's the most creepiest word. And I was like, I'm thinking she's gonna say like the CT word, right? Like that word, or
76. No.
No. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's so awesome. But she was sitting there, she was talking, and she's like, you want to get a reaction on people? You say the word moist. And you do it, you want to say it the moist. And it's so hard to. Like yesterday, I wasn't feeling good, right? I mean, I was just kind of laying in bed, and just my body wasn't. I thought I was coming down with the flu. I was like, dang it, no. But I feel better now. But I was sitting there and I was watching. It was just, was that doom scrolling thing, but I doom scroll on like podcasts. So like I'll sit there and I'll be like, this is good. I'm gonna watch this one. This looks good. And I had like 30-minute, 40-minute podcasts, but it was actually really good. Like I'd wake up and then go back to sleep. And so when I heard that one, I was like, oh, that's good. I'm going to use that one at the show tomorrow. So, yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Welcome 76 Norton to the show. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. We've got a new feature over here. That QR code over on the side of the screen is our Rumble wallet. If one of you guys out there could click that, I would appreciate it and tell us where it takes you. I've already visited the whole system, so when I click it, it takes me where I anticipate. But for someone that's never clicked it, I want to see if it takes you to the Android store to download an app, or does it take you launch Wallet Connect or whatever it is. Someone please do that for us. Must have a lot of people listening to us at work today. They're like, I can't do that now. Boss will see.
When you guys got time, just jump on it, click it. That help us out. Let us know what's up.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Bitcoin pumping here. Pedro, what's going on?
Yeah, man, we're watching things pump. That's it. I really don't know. Yeah, that's it. It's pumping. Yay. That's good. That's all I can say. The only issue is it does look a little bit of shy. You can see this is Crow. I'm gonna use Crow as an example. Like it's pushing up, but look at the volume, it's dropping off. That's one of the things. And a lot of them are though. Bitcoin looks the same as well. If you look at Ethereum looks the same. Look, the volume dropping off or pushing up. CME, you can see here, but again, it's Thanksgiving weekend, so it's probably maybe the last bit of people going through and maybe trying to get a little pump because it's very low volume. There's a lot of low volume here, so it's like it's what happens during this time period where everything just kind of slows down, and all of a sudden it's just like moist.
It's moisty.
Moisty.
The whole country of Canada at the same time went collectively like, oh! Even the French were like, oh! Even in French, that is awful. In Quebec, it is awful in Quebec too. Moisty! Who says moisty?
Is he smoking a cigarette? Gotcha. You got bright red on that one. I think it's a visceral reaction off of him.
I love doing that French voice. I love that when I've told this story when I worked in Quebec, outside Quebec City for a little while, at the Prévost bus factory. And it's outside of Quebec City is the sticks. It's like it's the middle of nowhere and it's Frenchieville. So and the guys are all working in the factory. They get their breaks. They wear like tweed blazers and little cappies and stuff like that. It's like old school professional artisan type stuff. And they go as soon as they go on break, they're like, and they got their little caps on, their tweeds and I just started laughing. And their English was terrible. That part of the country out away from the city, the old people don't really speak English. And they're like, okay, what are you laughing at? And I'm like, how French you guys are. We are not French. No, we are Quebec. And I'm like, you got the hat, you got the little tweed jacket on, you smoke like this, even hunch over like the French, like, and you laugh like them. We laughed. I think we laughed for like a half hour. Their boss came in, and like, what the hell's going on? The whole production line's getting back to work, and you guys are sitting here laughing. You're like, oh, this American, he is so funny. He thinks we are French. Fire chicken. Today's show is straight fire. And I'm drinking coffee. You should have seen me last night. I was 2 Manhattans deep in the Space Lounge. I got to the end, and I'm like, oh, I need to stop talking. I just gotta hang this shit up.
Dude, when you said 10:30, I was like, nah, I am not. That's too late.
I'm in an hour earlier now too. I'm in Central Time too, so I forget these things.
Yeah. Cheers.
You know what? And I thought we only needed an hour in premium time. We still need 2.5 hours or 2.2 hours.
Did you cut out my Trumpian trades yet?
Oh no, I have not. I'll find time this weekend to do it.
Yeah, you can just put that on auto repeat, just like, and then freaking just nail it. And then people are like, dang, these guys are awesome. They're so professional. Look at them. They have like their suit on and look at them all together. And then they come to us and they watch this show and they're like, what? What
the hell is going on?
This is so moisty. Dude's eating a burrito, and in that burrito he actually has like wet moisty, like what do you call that? Salad. You have salad.
Those aren't 2 pillows. Oh, good Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin's still pumping. I turned on the thunder for you, so the next time it ticks up, it should rumble in your ears. I got to get rid of that Fibonacci because that's right out now. That thing is not making any. Why is this not working?
But interesting though. I like BNB. BNB is actually showing a lot of strength again here.
Good. About time.
Yeah. It actually got all the way down. I thought we were going to get down to that 4 or the 745, but let's hold them.
Chuck says, I can't wait for the YouTube shorts for this one.
Moisty. It goes viral.
Let's move over this one. This deserves the girls just twirling here. That's how this show is going.
There's a bunch of craziness. We did come down, but here's the thing. We came down on BNB to that, if I can remember what it was, that 791 area. So
yeah, it went below 800.
Yep, came down, found support on that 200 period here. The only problem is I'm expecting it to go down. This is the reason why. Look at the volume coming in. It's not excessive, but the fact is that we are seeing some up days coming in. So this is always cool. Even though from a macro fundamental side, not a technical side, this market is it's just getting worse. It's just getting so much worse. From China to the U.S. bonds to Japan, carry trade, all the way down to what's happening in Africa, and it's nuts. Yet this market is bullish. And I was talking with a bunch of traders, and we were all talking about how we're going to see it just drop on the just like S&P 500 and stuff. And what was interesting, I remember 2008 that the market kept shooting up. Like 2006, Michael Burry goes out, and what does he do? Right? This is what blows me away. He goes out, puts a big old short on the market, and he has to sit there and suffer for almost like 2.5 years as the market keeps going up. You know what I'm saying? And he knew fundamentally. Did I say that? Am I saying it right?
Good enough.
Yeah, he knew fundamentally that it's going to go down. Like it can't. But And so I pipe in with a bunch of just veteran traders, and I go, guys, do not forget 2006. That was the precedent and the start of everything. And we didn't see it fall and turn around until 2008, October. It really started in the summertime, but the real fallout came in October-ish. And they were like, get out of here, don't, they were all cursing at me. But it was just one of those moments. It's like, this thing could keep going up. I even said this thing could get up. I mean, S&P 500 could get all the way back up to 7,600 before we see a turnaround and a big sell-off. So it's just one of those moments that if we see a big push, and possibly, I'll put it like this, the reason why we saw a huge sell-off was that people knew that the yen carry trade was going to be going up in interest rate. And so with that, people were taking out their leverage position in Bitcoin, knowing that they could get 10, 15, 20% annually. And then once they knew that they were going to sit there and say, I can't position this, man, I need to take money off to pay off that yen carry trade. And so I heard a commentator this morning talking about that, saying how we potentially could be the reason why we saw the crypto sell-off was, and by the way, want to shout out to the Euro-Dollar University. If you guys want to go check them out,
good channel,
great channel, love them to death. But he was talking, I was into one of his videos, and sure enough, and I was like, oh, that's a good thought. I didn't even think about that, because he was talking about people taking off all that risk, paying back, and their carry trade, and hence basically seeing a sell-off of crypto based off of that. So I just thought that was really interesting, and if things go back to normal there, then we'll probably see an increase in crypto with that. But I just thought it was really, really interesting what we're actually seeing, and his thought process behind it.
Pedro, I saw an article talking about the China and their real estate problem, along with China's need to spend a tremendous amount of money on their military. And the same thing, they have a bunch of military goals that they ultimately want to do, which is obviously take Taiwan and be the hegemon of Asia, and for that matter, Africa. And for that, they need an expeditionary military. They don't have an expeditionary military right now, one that can, like the U.S. and the British do, and the French and the Germans, they have militaries that can operate anywhere in the world. They don't really have that. They can send a ship here and there, but they don't have the logistics and all that. And the money they need to spend to develop all that, and the money they need to spend to develop to bail out their real estate market, is more money than they can possibly borrow, even from themselves, or print. It's
correct. Yeah,
they're quickly getting themselves into a hole that is unrecoverable to meet their goals. They're going to have to change their goals. And in China, once you set an aggressive goal, you can't back away from it. I mean, you can't. That's like losing face. Somehow you need to declare victory. So the article said the way China declares victory in its real estate market is it punishes people. It says it's their fault. So look for some real estate titans to go missing in real estate, and the government to publicly blame them and say they caused the problem, and now we all have to suffer for it.
Well, this is the biggest issue.
It's a mess.
Well, it was so Evergrande and Country Garden, they had built this dream and sold it to everybody, saying, look, and the CCP just bought it, thinking, this is what's going to happen, and it didn't pan out. And so if they really wanted to, they could blame, the CEOs of those companies, absolutely, and just say, now we gotta, just like America in 2008, just like in it was these finance people again, and it could strengthen the resolve. within what is actually happening there. The only problem, again, is you have these two different sides within China. You have the younger group. You have one set of younger people who are literally almost like pro-China because of what's actually happening now with U.S. bullying them, right? And then you have the other group that is like just the lay down side that are just literally sitting there saying, you know, we're just going to lay down. We don't want to be part of this communist regime. And so it's an interesting thing where you literally have both sides here that, maybe posted as like a left and right, even though they're both, it's funny, China's very conservative, extremely conservative, right? And most people don't even realize like they beat you up if you're gay. If you're transgender, they'll beat you up. Like it's very, very, like, think 1940s, 1950s.
Right.
Just like,
well, it's like that most of the world. Oh.
Yeah. It's very conservative. And so they could play this up. The only problem is that group of people, they're in their 20s and 30s right now. There's a huge populace. They're not working. Everything's falling apart. So either you're going to have a blame America or blame the government, right, for this whole entire situation. And it's a very precarious situation that they're in because, like you said, if they're going to go out there, they've got to have a war team. They've got to have and they've got to get young men to be able to fight for them.
Hey, Pedro, I have to make a quick phone call to confirm a dinner reservation, so give me 5 minutes here.
Absolutely. While Tom is doing that, can't wait for the YouTube shorts. That's awesome. Yeah, it's gonna be funny. Boom. So let's check out a little bit here through the top 10 here. Went over Bitcoin, went over a little bit of Ethereum here, but I want to point this out here again. Like you can see here, the volume's dropping off, even though we're pushing up. So I'm a little hesitant to go long. Again, the market is going up and you're just taking day trades. Look, we've got a couple areas of resistance, that 3140 to the 3109, that area there. Right now we're sitting at the 3036. So you've got about 100 points you could bounce, or we could see it push up before we see a bit of a sell off again coming off of Ethereum. And that's also where the weekly 150 is sitting, with the 89 up at these levels here, that 31 area, 3120-ish. So you could capture a little bit of a day trade up to that point there, or wait for it to kind of get that and then wait for it to kind of sell off. Once it does, again, then capture the long down. But you can see here XRP has been really interesting, just simply the fact that they really didn't have a bit of a push up while everybody was having the push up. You can see here that people have just been kind of selling off over the last week, but you can see here over the last weeks. But over here, you can see here that you did see a push up here the last couple of days, but Monday was really the push up. But look, there's really no follow through here on that. So, we could see it come up to that $2.37 area, which is that 50 period moving average. Nice little trade for it to kind of see it. If you see it consolidate and start to put in demand wicks, you want to see it push back up into those levels there. Let's check out TRX. TRX is really interesting here. We're watching it hit that 8 period moving average here. And 8 period moving average is starting to show some strength. You can see here that it's starting to push down. We're watching the buyers kind of die off and the sellers actually starting to pick up a little here, what we're playing here. So what I'm expecting it to do is basically bounce off of the 8 period moving average, which is sitting right here. That's Tron. That's the 8 period moving average. And to see a consolidation between the 400 period and the 8. We'll see something like this here. Boom, hit that. I kind of just see some consolidation coming in and then see it kind of drop. So it's kind of like what I'm expecting there. When it comes to ADA was really interesting. ADA actually started showing some good strength and into the beginning of this week here. Yeah, you're right, doctor. Yes, absolutely. This was the place to be. Shoot. Fun times had by all. You you can see here on ADA that as we're coming down into these levels here, we can see how we definitely bought up a lot of this demand here that I just pointed out and kind of drew over as we were coming down. Again, I expected more demand here, but it's still showing some strength here. I mean, look at this right here. You can see that we kind of came through our area here, sold off, boom, and it's starting to just kind of like play around. I'm seeing demand wicks. So ADA is starting to show some some bullishness to me here at these levels of 43. Shout out to my boy Alex. I'm glad you got out of that trade and went to stable coins. So yeah, that was good for you, my friend. Boom. Yeah, you guys would have been underwater. I think you guys got into it around a friend of mine who bought in on ADA for his project. They gave him tokens in ADA. And unfortunately, he got in at the 50-cent mark. And I told him, I said, listen, next time you get into, if somebody offers you tokens, send that chart to me. Because the reality is this, I'll let you know if you're about to get duped, right? And he's like, all right, well, where do you think we'll go? And at the time, so he got in they gave it to him at 50 cents. And then they saw it kind of push up a little. But you guys know I was talking about ADA kind of coming down into these lower levels. And so he then, we started talking when it's at 49, 48. I'm like, bro, this thing is coming all the way down to like 40 cent, potentially like in that 36 cent area. And he's like, what? And I go, yeah, this thing, like it's coming down. Just how far is it coming down is what you need to be paying attention to. Because dude, if it came down to that 45, 43 cent, dude, it would hurt us bad. I go, get out. You need to get out. Like get out of ADA right now and then wait for it to get back in or go to stable coins from there. And so he's like, all right. And so he did pretty decent, it looks like. So I think he got out probably around like that 46 cent area, 47. When did we have Alex on?
We had him on Monday of last week.
All right, so when is that? Boom. So that would have been here. That would have been like Friday-ish. Yeah. No, Thursday. That would have been Thursday.
No, yeah, it says it was a week ago. So maybe last Wednesday. I don't know. It tells me how many days ago, but not exactly or what date it was.
Yeah. I'm just glad he got out. So boom, he got out. These at the high was selling, and then came back down. So,
let's see how many people are actually paying attention here.
XRP. I thought you meant bye, not actual purchase it. 76 Norton. Look, it's at a low point. I just think it's coming down further just because what you're seeing. And I want to see something like this or XRP. Like I'm looking at ADA and I'm seeing bullishness here and I'm going, I'd rather buy ADA like at these levels here because there's definitely interest with for ADA at these levels. Like if I would wait until XRP really starts to show some real like volume coming in. One thing interesting about Sol is Sol came and hit our area right here. We talked about that 126 area acting as support, more like liquidity area. But you can see here we're not really seeing excessive amount of buying, but a nice little pump here off of these orders here. Ooh, that scared the malarkey out of me. Woo. You can see here that we're coming up and tapping that 8 period moving average. Oh my goodness, bro, it's already 1. I have to go. But yeah, this is kind of like what I'm looking at here. So this area here, a nice little consolidation here. So I like it. I like it a lot. Look at the weekly. You can see, oh, the week is not all the way down to here. So we still got that resistance right here. But ultimately, it's looking good. It's not looking that bad. They still expected to come back down to that 92 area though. Kind of test that low here to see if they can stop out all those people here and then see it come see it probably come back up. But real interesting what we're watching with Sol as well. One of the other areas that I'm looking at is DOT. DOT, it's almost down to the level that I want. And so like I'm expecting it. I'm expecting to see a bit more of a sell-off. And what was really interesting to me was that this big day on Monday, this was a couple of weeks ago. And you can see here, like this huge day was like this amount of volume coming in off of this candle here. It was real interesting to me. So like a part of me almost wonders, are people buying in right at these lows? You can see like they thought it was going to push up. Now it's coming back down. So somebody's looking to take advantage of DOT here. So I'm expecting to hear some news come out because somebody's buying it. Somebody big is buying DOT. And so that's why I'm just kind of paying attention. Is probably going to be coming down to that $2, $1 area. And then if, like I said, I've said this before, DOT has a clean run all the way up to $5 or $6 easily. And we could see it get back up to the March and as well as December highs of 2024, right? We could see that quickly because it's all these areas have been traded. It's traded through like this, traded through this area here, this traded through that area there, this traded through this area here, this right here. We might find some resistance here, which would still be at around that $9 mark. So it's like $9 to $11, and right now it's sitting around that $2.37. I'd expect I could see another sell-off come down to maybe 144-ish. But it's just somebody's buying it. Somebody's definitely buying it, and so I'm kind of expecting this thing to kind of get going here sometime.
I'll bet the government comes out and says, or one of two things. Either the government comes out and says, we're putting the BLS statistics on Polkadot and along with Chainlink, and so somebody knows it, so the word's leaking, so they're buying it. Or the Trump crypto organization, whatever it's called, is going to announce some deal also buying it early too.
Dude, that would be blatant inside trade. Like that would be to the point where it's like, now we really do have to bring up charges against you guys. Like that's just wrong. You can't do that. Like, look, I'm all about like inside trading. If it's like you're not screwing people over or whatever, right? But that would just be absolutely, they go and they buy it. It actually be best that they just keep their mouth shut. Don't come out and say anything, because even if you're not going to, everybody's just going to assume that's what's going to happen. So I know, but I am paying attention to Polkadot. We are seeing people buying it, and it's real. It's good volume.
Well, Bitcoin's continuing to pump there. It's up over 90,000 now.
Yeah, it literally went from 85 in a half an hour, or in 3 hours, which is impressive.
Trump is going to do that for XRP. There's no chance that Trump is going to do that for XRP. It's not a chance. And you know why? Because Trump can't manipulate XRP enough.
Yeah.
The liquidity is too deep in it. He needs to be able to manipulate things that'll 2x, 3x, 10x, that type of stuff. But as you've heard me say before, 76 Norton, Ripple is going to abandon XRP, and they're already making a lot more money from all these companies they bought, and they're just going to be a financial fintech company, and XRP is just going to be they're just going to give it to the foundation after they get a couple more billions of dollars out of it and sell. You're going to be their exit liquidity, and they're going to cast off XRP and be like, it was a good experiment, but we're going to buy JP Morgan instead.
Well, this is, if I was XRP, I would go public. Okay. You go public, and then from there you go through and you convert all your XRP into actual like crypto stock, right? Like you tokenize, you take the token and make it stockenized, that hybrid that I've talked about, right? And all of a sudden now you give access to all of Wall Street that can now buy you, And then additionally to that, it satisfies all of your, not Washington, why did I say Wall Street? You satisfy all of Wall Street now, because now they can buy you. Washington sits there and goes, okay, respectable, you're and then all of a sudden you also satiate all of your the XRP army. So like people would absolutely love that. No, you're going to cry like a baby. I mean,
I was looking for a magic marker because I was going to take this bottle of Jim Beam and write XRP juice on it, because this is what all the XRP people are drinking. And yes, I admit it, I've been wrong before. I was wrong all the way from, when I first started looking at XRP, like 11 cents in 2023 or whatever it was. I was wrong all the way up to 37 cents or $3.70, whatever it was. Wrong the whole way. I get it. I'm eating crow on that one. But I'm right. Every time I make a prediction about Ripple, it literally a week later, it's in the news doing that. I don't know how I do it, but I just do it. I called them talking about starting up again, selling their allotment from their foundation. I called it when Garlinghouse was going to say that we're going to need to do stuff other than XRP to make money, because the countries are not adopting CBDCs, that there's not enough transactional volume in CBDCs and XRP to maintain their level of spending, because they have massive spending, that company, and that they're just going to start buying other companies to become a fintech conglomerate. And each time that news story broke, like a week after. So something's gonna go happen with them, and as Pedro says, they're gonna go public. Maybe they'll say we're gonna take 20% of the proceeds and buy the token with the public money or something like that. I don't know, but that'll just cause the whole thing to pump, and then they'll sell more tokens off and be an exit liquidity. But we shall see, 76 Norton. We shall see who drinks the XRP juice, whether it is me or whether it is you. I got this out because Pedro, when we were talking earlier and laughing, and I was dropping the F-bomb, it reminded me of the movie Major League, when Bob Uecker curses on air and the other guy says, "You can't say that on air." He's pouring a cup of Jack Daniels. And he goes, it doesn't matter. Nobody's listening anyway. One of the funniest scenes in that movie, Major League. Bitcoin's still pumping up at 90,000. We're watching it. I brought my chart up here because I want all of you chumbalones out there to know to say I drew that green arrow a month ago.
Yes.
And why did I do that? Because the man in the box above me told me over the years in my ear here that that's how it should work. If you go down at the beginning of the time period, you can count on it likely doing the opposite at the end of the time period.
Right. Absolutely.
Hey, one of you chumbalones has to do a favor I asked here. Can somebody click the Rumble wallet QR code there and tell me what it does? Pedro can't because he's using his phone as his camera here. I've already done it, so I know it is. I need someone to... Bitcoin's going down. I did say it was Bitcoin's going down to 80, likely to go down here before it went up. And Pedro did too, but now it's cranking up.
Sir, it's moving.
Pedro, I gotta take this call.
I gotta get going, so we probably should just let's go ahead and finish up here, and then are we gonna go on tomorrow? It's tomorrow. Thanksgiving. Probably not. Most likely. Do you shake your head? Yes, if we're gonna most likely. Do you want to do tomorrow? No. Yes. Yeah, he's busy. He's probably his striking at when his daughter calls. It's like, and same thing with Striking Junior. But I noticed when Miss Striking at calls, he immediately drops. He's like, gotta go. Which is that's your baby girl. So I can imagine. Bye. Any other news that I've been kind of looking at, which I thought was really interesting, and we'll bring this up here real quick. Let's see if it pulls up. There it is. Boom. News-wise, which was really interesting. JP Morgan says that the S&P 500 could reach 8,000 in 2026. Like I said, I thought that was really interesting because, like, I was talking to a bunch of trader guys saying, yeah, things are falling apart, but like we are the best smelling malarkey sandwich. Okay, like it's important to understand that. Like everybody else is in worse circumstances, so I do expect it to. I mean, I guess it could. Because the truth is people still invest into their 401ks. And not much, but they still do. And hence, if people are putting money into bro, that thing is so loud that this thing could continue higher. The other thing behind it is White House says tax refunds in 2026 are projected to be the largest ever, which I thought was really interesting. This is it right here. You can see 2025. That means that basically people are making either less money or more money, right? So it's really interesting to see what's actually happening here. We'll find out. Here we go. Bitcoin. Texas. I thought this was really interesting too. Texas becomes the first state to buy Bitcoin, investing 10 million into a strategic reserve. That was one of those moments where it's like you know, either it's going to go really, really well for you, right? Or it's going to go really bad for you. Now, granted, they're buying it at such low levels right now, right? Decent levels that they're actually, it's kind of, even if it goes down to like, let's say 60,000, you're buying at that 80,000. You're not going to get, you know, it's a difference of buying it maybe at 100,000 or 110,000 and it drop into 80 or 70. Then you look like you're the fool, right? Buying it. But if you're buying it around that $80 mark, that's a good area to be. Even if it goes down to 75, even 65, you know, you still looking good to your constituents. So I thought that was really interesting. And then the final one, Kevin Hessent, is now the president, or is now President Trump's top choice to replace Jerome Powell as Federal Reserve Chair. I think what's interesting behind that is that he felt so good about putting in Jerome or Powell, you know, like he put a man, he was gonna, and Powell was like, dude, I'm not gonna just follow you. And so I just thought that was really interesting. Hessent is one of those guys that he's not really a yes man. I mean, he's a yes man, but he definitely thinks his own thoughts. So it's going to be really interesting to see, you know, is he going to lower interest rates when Trump says, I need you to lower interest rates? So it's going to be really interesting to see, you know, this pick here for him.
Well, once people, you know, they get appointed to the Fed and they can't just be removed. And once people get jobs like that, like when they become judges, they get a little independent. And they have a little independent streak in them, and they don't do exactly what, you know, the boss says. If they have, you know, if they want to get done with that position and then run for office, yeah, well, they maybe do whatever Mr. Trump says. A lot of these guys are already rich and wealthy anyway, and they're like, they you know, genuflect to Mr. Trump and get the appointment, and then it's like, well, get a little independent streak.
Yeah.
But only if they want the FBI and the IRS crawling through their backgrounds forever. Sorry, in 1972 you filled this form out incorrectly, and well, that's a felony.
Yeah. What is it? Every person is a felon. You just haven't been caught yet.
Right.
Yeah, because so many laws are out there. I mean, out where I live, like if you spit gum on the ground, it's like a partial felony or it's a misdemeanor. Like, it's like, really? Yeah, it's a real law.
I was when the government first passed its the federal government passed a law called the Safe Schools Gun Free Safe Schools Act or something, and it said that within 1,000 feet of a school you can't have a firearm. And the original bill of it didn't mention things like, well, people have homes within 1,000 feet of a school. Yeah. In Chicago, schools are about 2,000 feet apart. In some places only 1,000 feet apart. So there's like no zone. And even people that are licensed to carry firearms were like, wait a minute, you can't say I can't have a firearm, within a half-mile radius or diameter of a school, especially, the whole school is. And anywhere else school-like activities might be. So it's daycare, it's, anything else like that. And so when someone drew it on Google Maps, it was like the whole city. And so suddenly everybody was a felon. And then they quickly had to adjust the law and said, unless you're legally allowed to have it. So they changed the law to say it's illegal to illegally have a gun in that zone. Then you're like, wait, it's already illegal to have a gun if you're not licensed for it. Right, exactly.
Illegal. So does that make it positive?
Right, that's what people said. Oh, a double negative, so it's good. So just about anyone that had a firearm in Chicago and any other big city falls into that. At some point in their life, they were a felon. We're like, wait, you just made us felons. You can't do that. Well, yes, they can, but they had to fix it. Pedro, I've got a thing up here that says we talk about stable coins a lot. Let me get rid of this. Not that one. I got too much crap on the screen. U.S. Bank is testing a stable coin on the Stellar network. Who's our Stellar friend? It's Jesus.
It is Jesus, yes.
Jesus is big. Dr. Baby Draco, not Doctor. U.S. Bank joins a growing list of traditional banking institutions working on stable coins, testing its own on the Stellar blockchain. And then it goes on to say how it's like every other bank. It's FOMOing now. It sees the interest in stable coins. It sees where the government is going with it. It sees the payment, the settlement features, and they've teamed up with Stellar and PricewaterhouseCoopers to join Citibank, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, and everybody else experimenting with stable coins and crypto rails because they see money flying out of their bank, and so they got to come up with a way to do it to keep people in their bank. All they got to do is pay more money in interest. It's all they got to do. I mean, Pedro, imagine if we're in this crypto thing.
Or loans.
I mean, imagine we're all crypto. We're just everyone you know is crypto, and they're like, hey, there's this new company over here. It's hard to get your money into it. You got to transfer it out of crypto, and you might have to get a pile of cash or send a wire transfer. You got to look up how to do that. It's new. You got to get a special wallet, and you give it to this thing called a bank. And then they pay you 20% interest on your money. People would be like, they'd be like, holy beep, 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 beep. And the money would be racing over there. People would be like, all right, so you have to do this. You have to go to a bank. And then you have to give them your information. And then you might have to send a wire transfer. Or what's it called? Swift? Yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll figure it out. But you get 20% of your money. People would be throwing money at banks. They'd be, take it. Nobody wants this stable coin crap. Take my money.
Yeah.
It's all banks got to do. If they're complaining, they're hiring lobbyists, they're doing all this stuff, all they got to do is pay more. That's how it works. They're trying to change the law. They're trying to repeal the Genius Act. They're trying to repeal the Stable Coin Act. The lobbyists are going crazy. Instead of spending the money on lobbyists, just raise the amount of money you pay for our money. Mm-hmm. Right now, there's bankers laughing. Herlihy kid. Who the Herlihy boy? Who does he think he is? Well, you'll know when that last deposit comes out, and they're like, well, why would they take their deposits out? We pay them 1% interest on that 6-month CD.
And I can get 7%, 8%. and on a monthly
Right.
basis. Like it's annualized on a yearly basis, but they pay me monthly, which means that I can reestablish that payment in addition to it. So they pay me 7%, but that 7% comes out monthly, which means that I can reinvest that and actually make more money off of that.
Right.
And so this is one of those things that I think, like, just the idea of having my money sit in a bank, like, granted, I think you should, like, have whatever you make in a month, that's what you should have in the bank, I think, like, but
Yeah.
like everything else, in case stuff hits the fan. But now I can just transfer that and literally make 7% just sitting in cash. I told you about that. I was this summer I was going through and I saw this company doing like a mom and pop. It was a little boutique, not fund, but what am I forgetting what it's called? Brokerage. And so I'm sitting there and we start talking about stable coins and stuff. And I go, dude, you can get 7% in stablecoin, which is backed by, it's like buying US treasuries. You know that, right? And you can put that money into literally a trust wallet. And as long as you're really smart and you know how to do this, don't give out your stuff, understand the safety mechanisms, but it'd be more safer, right, for you. And the reality is you're getting 7% on mom and pop within stablecoins. I mean, that just makes sense. And the guy was like, yeah, you're right. So it's like people are starting to understand it, but it's still slow. It's still slow.
Got Mr. Saylor up here on the screen.
I got to get going, my friend.
All right. All right, I got to get going too. I'm going to hang out for just a minute here to talk a little bit about what Bitcoin's doing and the joy that it's going on right now with Bitcoin. Pedro, go do your real world stuff. If I don't, you know what? I'm going to be around tomorrow if you want to do a Thanksgiving show.
Yeah, we'll do one. I mean, I'm down. I'd be fun. The key point is I just don't want to take you away from Mr. Striking or Mrs. Striking and Mr. Striking.
They are tomorrow at the time during our show. They will be occupied with other family members.
Alrighty.
So it's very possible, ladies and gentlemen, you could see us tomorrow.
Alrighty. Well,
because you have nothing else to do except watch us. When you're sitting around the table, you'd be like, "Honey, why are you so distracted?" Tom and Pedro are on. Must go.
Leave me alone. Stop talking to me.
All right, my friend Pedro. I'll likely see you tomorrow then.
All right, brother. Talk to you soon. Peace.
Adios.
Bye. Adios.
And ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Pedro Garcia, the crypto chart analyst. Always good stuff out of him. But boy, Pedro and I were wrong this morning. Here I got the Bitcoiner chart up. It's doing it. It's probably going to be the last month that this ever happens. In December, I'll be like, I'm going to predict the month again. And it's going to do exactly the opposite every day. But I drew that green arrow in the beginning of November saying that this was going to happen, and it worked out. And it wasn't just blindly. I mean, Pedro and I have been talking about it coming down to 85,000 now for months. I actually thought it was going to start the process in September. Didn't happen. October, we started kind of feeling it, but we had got up to new highs instead. And then after the new high pullback, we're like, all right, now it's going to hit it, and it did. But we're seeing a nice pump today, and it's good. It's Wednesday. It's not a Friday pump. It's a Wednesday pump, which means that because we traded down the beginning of the week, that, we could maybe trade up here at the end of the week, which would be very good. For crypto, we'd like it to go down to 60,000 and clear out all the liquidity down there. Have the institutions load up, and then allow for the price to rocket back up to 120, and so everyone can double their money. On the spot market, on the futures market, we'd be making super fat bank. But hey, why isn't this working here? That's weird. Anyway, so Bitcoin, we want to see it go up today, tomorrow, and Friday. Frankly, Saturday too. I would be happy if it got back to 100,000. Not far-fetched. Not so far-fetched. It would be obviously a massive pump to get to 100,000. November's open was 104,000 up above my head up here, this blue line. That's the November open. And we didn't trade above it really at all. It just like the first week, we traded a couple of days above it up until we started down on the afternoon of the 2nd. So it was above it's monthly open for only a day and a half. And as they say, survey says, it should trade above that. It should trade above it again. The monthly candle is probably pretty ugly. Let's look at the monthly candle here. Gotta open a different chart because I've drawn on the other ones too much. Let's look at a spot. Let's look at Bitstamp here. Monthly chart here. 1 week, 1 month. Thanks to all of you that have stuck around here today. Really appreciate it. The monthly candle doesn't look that bad. It's got some sort of supply wick. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I can do this about another half hour. No, I don't want to do that. I need to end it and then start over. I was going to go into premium mode here, but that doesn't work so well after I've been on for 2 hours. Here's the monthly candle. There is a supply wick up there. It's small, but it's there. It's there, and that counts. It's one of the smaller ones for a supply candle of the past. It's not really that small. There's plenty of other ones that are that small. Here in October of 23, opened, very small demand wick. Same with November of 23, December of 23, almost none, which is very, very rare. God, it looks like there is none. Might be one of the only ones in the past couple of years. There's no demand wick. I think so. I think it was Crypto Lifer that did a analysis of the monthly candle. Talked about it when it does this big rollover like that. Well, that's interesting. This is the monthly chart for Bitcoin here. Here is April of 21, the high, the first super high of the modern era, as we say. And then this is May of 21, which we had this massive candle down, which is almost the identical candle to right now. Yeah, when you look at the month, this was, I hadn't really spent any time looking at the monthly chart. When you look at this monthly chart here with these supply candles there, let's make them bigger so they're easier for you to see. October, September, August, July, all big supply candles here. Very small demand ones, except for October. But after this big run up here, it had going down written all over it. Written this steep and busting through. You look at the chart. It only broke through, just broke through the 21 day. Didn't close below it. It's not likely to close below it. I shouldn't say that. That's 86. Could very well close below it. It's 87,600. But at other times we've seen these massive candles. It's been green afterwards. Let's look all the way back to 2017. 2017, we had this big drop after the big run up to a new high of 19,000. Then it dropped all the way down to 9,000. Then the next month, look at this, it dropped all the way down to 5,000, but finished green. How about that? What a crazy month. That must have drove people crazy. We're on our way back. No, we're not. We're on our way back. No, we're not. Trading down as low as 3,700. This monthly chart is something else. Why? Because it's really interesting to show, this is it. All the stuff we've talked about for 3 years on this show, admittedly, this past year we talked more about Bitcoin than we did in other. We spent a lot of time on meme coins and degenning and that type of stuff. As everyone else did, we learned our lessons and focused on Bitcoin and the other major tokens. But this is the entire chart. This is the whole ecosystem of Bitcoin here. All the billions of dollars invested in Bitcoin, trillions. All of the billions of dollars invested in mining companies. All of the jobs, all of the payroll in Bitcoin-centric companies, and for that matter, crypto. This is it. This is the whole thing. The whole reason, the whole thing is right here. And if you told a government official, a banker, a Wall Street titan, that this chart right here would upend their whole world, they'd laugh at you and say that you're just absolutely crazy. They would. It's just no doubt about it. They'd be like, boy, we got 20 million charts just like that. Ain't none of them affecting them more than making a few bucks. Yet this one changed everything. It changed everything, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. I miss having my little commentaries in the middle of the show. That's right. But I don't miss playing the outro. Hey, Seuss, where are you today? You know what? I didn't post in the... Telegram groups today, the show, so we missed a lot of people on the YouTubers because I forgot to post that. Anyway, great show today. We had a fun time. Had a fun time. You'll probably, you might see the show come on the air tonight or tomorrow night for a little premium time in the Space Lounge. Still need 2 hours of premium time this month. And it's usually just me. If I can get myself laughing, just talking to myself, like Pedro got me laughing today. It's the holidays, ladies and gentlemen. Bring the XRP juice out. I'm gonna buy them. I'm going to Hobby Lobby later. I'm gonna get a black marker and a piece of white paper and write XRP juice on it. Yeah, that's what I need. That's what I need. Back here, I need a bar, and it's all bourbon bottles of various kinds, but labeled with crypto, various different cryptos on it. So when the BS or the hopium is coming from the certain crowds, I can get that crypto juice out. Just fill it with iced tea or something like that. And every time they do it, take a shot that it's iced tea. Otherwise, I'd be hammered. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're still watching out there, there's a bunch of you watching out there still, it says. Thank you, everybody. Really appreciate it. Over on this side of me, Mr. Crypto Lifer himself, Sam Price. I hope Sam and his family has a great Thanksgiving. It's a tough one for him. His mother passed away on Thanksgiving, I think it was 2 years ago, right in front of him. It was a very unfortunate act. So my thoughts go out to him, to Sam and his whole family. On Thanksgiving itself, if you're sitting by yourself and not thinking about anything at all, send Sam some of your love, because not a lot of people get to see their mother die in front of them, and even fewer on special days like that when the whole family is gathered. But anyway, for the rest of you out there, have a great Thanksgiving. If you don't see me on Premium, if you don't see us tomorrow, Patreon might be here, you might not. Have a good time. Yada, yada, yada. Blah, blah, blah. Really? It's disappeared? Oh my God, I don't know if this is even gonna work. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, as always, my name is Tom, otherwise known as Striking, here in the digital media universe. So glad to have hosted another episode of the show, along with my co-host, Mr. Pedro Garcia, the crypto chart analyst. On behalf of both of us, have a great Thanksgiving. Maybe see you tomorrow, maybe not. Be there. Well, that was weird. Now it works. Whoop, whoop. Have a good Thanksgiving, everyone. Peace.